People think you're cold, distant, uninterested. They say you don't like people, that you disappear for no reason. But what they don't see is what happens after social interaction. How even a normal conversation can leave you mentally drained, overstimulated, and empty. You don't disappear because you don't care. You disappear because staying connected costs you more than most people realize. Some people rarely socialize. They don't go out often, don't text much, and can vanish for long periods without explaining. From the outside, this is quickly misunderstood. People assume they're antisocial, awkward, uninterested, or avoiding life. But psychology shows something very different. People who rarely socialize don't dislike others. They experience connection in a different way, and the reasons go deeper than introversion. First, social situations drain you faster than they do most people. For you, interaction isn't neutral. It's mentally expensive. Your brain stays switched on the entire time, even in relaxed settings. You're tracking tone, facial expressions, pauses, reactions, and what isn't said. Every conversation requires effort because your mind is processing multiple layers of social cues at once, often without you realizing it. This constant internal processing makes social interaction exhausting, even when the conversation is light, positive, or with people you genuinely enjoy. Psychologists describe this as high cognitive sensitivity or nervous system overarousal. Your brain works harder than average to register subtle signals. That's why events others find fun or energizing can leave you drained. And even after you leave, your mind may replay every interaction, analyzing details and wondering if you handled things well. That's why you can enjoy being around people, laugh, and feel connected, yet still need days or even weeks to fully recover. It's not about avoiding socializing. It's about how your brain processes it. Second, you dislike small talk because it feels empty. You don't struggle to speak. You struggle to care about shallow conversation. How was your day? Anything new? Did you see that online? For many people, these exchanges are enough to maintain casual connections. But for you, they feel repetitive, predictable, and emotionally flat. You crave conversations with depth, where words feel honest, where there's meaning behind what's being said. Surface-level interactions rarely provide that reward, so being surrounded by them can feel frustrating and draining. Psychology shows that people like you respond more strongly to emotional depth and novelty. You might sit quietly at a party, listening to everyone talk, and notice how hollow the conversations feel. This isn't a lack of social skill. It's a preference for substance over routine. Because of that, environments dominated by small talk can leave you feeling disconnected, and others often misinterpret that as shyness or disinterest. Third, you've learned that solitude feels safer. Being alone doesn't feel lonely to you. It feels stable, calming, manageable. This isn't just a preference, it's often a learned response. When social experiences repeatedly feel overwhelming, disappointing, or stressful, your nervous system adapts to protect you. Solitude becomes associated with safety, predictability, and control. While social interaction can trigger unease or overthinking, psychologically, this is emotional conditioning. The more past interactions felt draining or misunderstood, the more your brain signals that being alone is safer. Even if you genuinely enjoy people in certain situations, your body still prefers the predictability of solitude. This doesn't mean you reject connection. It means your mind prioritizes emotional stability. Solitude becomes your way of self-regulating, recharging, and avoiding unnecessary mental strain. And to people who don't understand this, your withdrawal can seem confusing. Fourth, you are highly aware in social situations. You notice how you speak, how others perceive you, how your words and body language land. Psychologically, this creates a constant internal feedback loop. While others engage naturally, your attention is split between participating and analyzing the interaction in real time. Did I say that right? Did they understand me? This makes even short conversations mentally exhausting. Being highly aware doesn't mean insecurity. It means your brain processes social nuance more deeply than most. You notice details others miss, and that can make interactions feel heavier. When you're alone, that pressure disappears. There's no need to self-monitor, no constant evaluation. That's why solitude feels effortless and restorative. Even when you want to connect, this heightened awareness can make you hesitate or pull back. Not because you don't care, but because your mind is overloaded. Fifth, it's the social obligations that exhaust you more than the interaction itself. It's not people that drain you, it's the expectations around them. Replying quickly, checking in, keeping conversations alive, explaining why you disappeared. All of this creates invisible pressure. You're not just connecting, you're constantly performing, trying to meet standards that often feel unnecessary. Psychologically, people like you are wired to avoid social performance when it serves no real purpose. You don't want to force connection just to satisfy expectations. That's why disappearing can feel easier and more honest than maintaining appearances. Even in relationships you care about, keeping up with social norms can feel heavy. Your withdrawal isn't rejection, it's self-preservation. You protect your energy by limiting unnecessary obligations, and this is often misread as coldness or indifference. Sixth, you process emotions internally. You tend to work things through on your own instead of reaching out immediately. Psychology shows this builds emotional self-reliance. Early on, you learned you could handle feelings and challenges without depending on others for reassurance. This makes you resilient, but it also reduces the need for constant interaction. When something stressful happens, you may reflect privately for hours or days rather than venting or seeking support. Your mind relies on introspection and self-regulation. Connection becomes optional, not essential. And that can make your behavior seem unusual to people who rely on frequent contact to process emotions. Seventh, you are extremely selective about who gets access to you. You don't want many connections. You want the right ones. Psychologically, you prioritize emotional alignment over availability. You're intentional about who receives your time and attention. Your small circle is chosen carefully. This selectiveness protects your energy and makes interactions meaningful. Even if it looks like you have few friends or rarely engage, it's by choice, not accident. The people in your life are those you trust and connect with deeply, and that quality matters more than quantity. Eighth, you're comfortable with silence. You don't feel pressure to fill gaps with words or entertain others. Silence feels neutral, sometimes even grounding. Others may interpret it as awkwardness or disinterest, but you're simply comfortable being present without constant stimulation. Psychologically, this reflects a calm, introspective mind. You don't need constant chatter to feel socially validated. You can exist without noise. And because of that, many social environments can feel excessive or performative. Some people feel lonely surrounded by others who don't understand them. For you, peace often matters more than presence. You avoid draining, forced, or shallow interactions, even if that means being alone. If you see yourself in this video, know this: there is nothing wrong with you. It's okay to experience the world differently. It's okay to need solitude, to choose depth over surface-level talk, to protect your energy. And if this resonated with you, you're not alone. This channel exists to help people like you feel seen and understood.